Should high school students wear uniforms? Today, many people are discussing school uniforms. It is treated differently in different countries. Currently, school uniforms are worn in most schools in Japan, Great Britain, New Zealand, Cuba, Australia, and Poland. In the UK, if a student refuses to wear a uniform, he or she may be expelled from school. In the United States and Canada, the uniform only exists in private schools. There are discussions about the introduction of school uniforms in Germany and France. Today, most French schools have special dress codes. These are the rules that students' clothing must conform to. They indicate how short the skirts can be or what part of the body can be exposed. Most often, they forbid wearing clothes with holes and jewelry that indicate belonging to a certain informal group. There is no consensus on the school uniform of both parents and teachers. Proponents of this form may say that it disciplines every student, and in its absence, students will be constantly distracted by the bright clothes of classmates, thus it will interfere with the learning process. People who are against the form are convinced that it prevents the student from emphasizing his individuality. Nevertheless, it should be noted that anyone who wants to learn will learn in any case, and the form is useless in this vein. It is natural that teenagers want to stand out, to attract attention. And it can be argued that the school uniform will not be an obstacle to show off new branded shoes, mobile phones, or tablets. However, the question arises as to whether the school uniform is accessible to all, whether it is cheap clothing, or whether its purchase is a disaster for parents' pockets. Unfortunately, not everyone can afford to buy a school uniform, but they are still forced to, because such is the law. Some people buy a jacket made of pure cashmere, and some people buy cheap polyester, and here, too, it will not be possible to erase social inequality. Substantial sums of money must be spent from the family budget for fathers and mothers so that the child can wear the uniform. Not teachers, not parents, but sellers benefit from this, and no one is responsible for quality. Unequivocally, the requirements for the choice of school clothes should still be ripped jeans, short skirts, and tops, oversized t-shirts, not the best outfit to visit school. Many believe that students' clothing is the face of the school. Therefore, the absence of any restrictions negatively affects the learning process and outcomes. Anyway, the only school uniform creates a positive psychological mood. It raises the status of an educational institution. But parents should not forget that the administration of the school has no right to dictate where to buy a uniform and which manufacturer. The requirements for its selection must be adequate. Only a competent approach to resolving the issue of wearing a school uniform will allow to reach a compromise and establish the educational process with the maximum benefit for students, their parents, and teachers. Thus, it may be claimed say that if the uniform reflects the status of a particular educational institution, has a logo, then one wants to wear it, it is prestigious. However, not all schools have the ability to sew a uniform to order. Of course, wearing torn jeans and worn sneakers to school is not allowed, but you should not take the form as fate. Students can be required to wear white shirt, black jacket, and trousers, but children should be comfortable, they should not become a faceless homogeneous mass.